day in the Chopped Kitchen.
Touchdown!
Gotta keep the sports fans fed.
Gotta get in front of the TV. I need a beer.
Me too.
Got you, we got you.
Who will score $10,000?
Oh, my God.
And who will be chopped?
Oh, God.
White flag.
At this point, it's anyone's game. I have no other choice but to kill it.
Chef John and I are definitely competitors. I'm a quarterback, he's a quarterback, but I feel like I'm gonna throw that touchdown pass.
Chef John, Chef Steven, time to check out your game day dessert baskets. Open them up.
Oh, jeez.
I hope you're not stumped by soft pretzel dough,
Pretzel dough.
kumquats, beer sangria, and Reuben egg rolls.
What the hell do you do with egg roll? I'm seeing cheese, I'm seeing corned beef, I'm seeing sauerkraut. I have no idea what I'm gonna use it for.
30-minute clock once again. Let's start it now.
You can do it!
This is a rough basket.
There's quite a mania of mashups here that don't make sense at all for dessert. We've got the Reuben egg rolls.
This Reuben egg roll has corned beef, sauerkraut. It's been fried, it's fully cooked, and it's served with Russian dressing.
I mean, I'm seriously really trying to pull something out from the stratosphere about what to do with those.
Yeah, there is such a thing as a sauerkraut cake.
There is.
I gotta think that you want to use as little as that egg roll as humanly possible. There's nothing in there that's redeemable.
Personally, I love egg rolls. I know they're crunch. So I take the Reuben egg roll, dig out the insides, fly over to the fryer, drop it down to make it super crunchy. I'm making a mascarpone stuffed soft pretzel with an egg roll and cinnamon crust. Steven's got this culinary background that's a little intimidating. One more time, one more time. But don't underestimate me because I've been doing this long enough and I'm here to win.
I wanna win this so bad. But the Reuben egg rolls are throwing me a nice curveball here. If I can't figure out a game plan, might as well hand over the win to John. I see this soft pretzel dough, and I'm thinking donuts. So I'm making a whiskey creme anglaise filled chocolate dip pretzel donut. I'm cutting and forming in the balls. I'm gonna let them fry till they float and they're golden brown on all sides.
That pretzel dough is very yeasty and very firm and tough. Even the pizza dough is more tender than that pretzel dough.
Maybe you actually make really thin pretzels and then bake them and roll them in sugar. I don't know. And how about a sweet mustard ice cream? You dip it in the ice cream.
So I'm tearing apart this egg roll, and at this point in the game, I decide I'm gonna use the sauerkraut and the marmalade. I wanna make a chocolate dipping sauce for these donuts, so I get a double boiler going.
2 minutes on the clock, chefs.
$10,000 is on the line here.
There's no timeouts, people.
Open the oven, pull the pretzels out. They look perfect. Put a little slice in it. I'm using the non-stick spray to stick egg roll coating to the pretzel.
Do you see what John is doing? He's putting cooking spray and crumb coating.
I've never seen that move before.
This is your final minute, chefs.
I take my pretzel balls out of the oven and coat them with sugar. And then I fill my donuts with the creme anglaise and chocolate dip them.
All right, the final buzzer of our game day competition is seconds away. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Woo! I love it.
Good job, dude.
I see John's dessert, and I'm thinking it's either me or you going home, and it's not gonna be me. These donuts are absolutely a $10,000 dessert.
I step away, and I feel very strong about my dish. And then I look over and see Steven's, and I know this is gonna be a face-off.
Chef John, Chef Steven, the sweet ending of our game day competition, desserts made from soft pretzel dough, kumquats, beer sangria, and Reuben egg rolls. Chef John, what do we have?
In front of you have a mascarpone whipped cheese stuffed soft pretzel, egg roll cinnamon sugar crust, and a sangria soaked kumquat.
Very interesting. It's very good, surprising.
I agree. I love the texture on the exterior. What you did with that Reuben egg roll, to fry it up the way you did and crush it and create the cinnamon and the sugar flavoring on the exterior, it's wonderful.
It's your best dish. It is delicious.
Great flavor on the cream. Could have maybe added a little bit of orange zest to it to mimic that kumquat, right, and tie those things together. But other than that, I agree with Jeffrey. It's your best dish.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Chef John, thank you. Finally, Chef Stephen.
Here we have whiskey creme anglaise filled chocolate dipped pretzel donut with a kumquat and sauerkraut marmalade from the egg roll.
I'm pleasantly surprised by this one, too. I was worried about the jam a little bit, but I think it goes with the milk chocolate really well.
I agree. I love this sauerkraut, candied like that. It's really smart, really good. What you did is so creative and out of the box, and it's beautiful.
What you did to the inside of that Reuben, to get the sauerkraut to that stage, it's just delicious. I mean, this donut is really good, but it needs twice the filling.
I agree. I love the flavor of that creme anglaise that you made, but it's not thick enough to be a filling. It's not a pastry cream. But otherwise, this is fantastic.
Thank you. I feel extremely confident that I won. Creativity was 100%. I think I nailed it.
Steven's been great. Extremely tough competitor, but my dessert was a lot stronger than his. I'm gonna win this.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Stephen, you've been chopped. Judges?
Chef Stephen, this was a really close game. In your first round, choice of slider bun was just not the right choice. In the second round, the flavor was great, but it was so heavy on the fat. You guys both did such a good job in dessert, but without that filling, you were just short of the goal. And so we had to chop you.
Great job, man.
Thank you.
Nice
Appreciate it.
Really good job
Thank
today.
you. I got chopped, but I still believe that I can do anything under the sun. I didn't win this big game, but definitely not the last game I'm gonna play. Congrats, dude.
Yeah, thanks.
Bravo.
That means, Chef John Bedingfield, you are the chopped champion. Congratulations.
Let's go.
You've thrown a $10,000 game day party. Do you have a victory dance? Well, how about at least, something? Good job. And football is on everybody's minds these days, so we want you to make an outrageous game day party meal. Sound good?
Awesome.
Excellent. Open your first basket. And we're kicking things off with truffled mac and cheese, spigarello, pale ale, and sliders. 20 minutes to make appetizers. Clock starts now.
Ted says outrageous game day party feast, and I'm thinking, hell yeah. I live in New Mexico. Game day is all about queso, pico, guacamole. So I'm making a cheeseburger quesadilla with pale ale pico de gallo. I freaking love football, but it was just far too unconventional to consider letting a girl play football in my small hometown. So I poured my passions into basketball, but I've always had a deep and abiding love for the sport of football.
Jeffrey Scott, you may have noticed that we are joined by a very special guest, pro cornerback turned Food Network star winner, Eddie Jackson.
I am very happy to be here with these two guys right here.
This is the A-Team.
OG.
All right, so judges, what is it that makes football fans so ravenous?
Yeah, it's an intense sport. People love their food and their team.
I think it's fantastic because it's not just about the game anymore, it's about food.
Everybody's trying to outdo each other with the quality of food that they're bringing to these parties, and I always win.
On game days, I'm a sausage, chili, nachos kind of guy. All things I can eat with one hand and drink with the other. I'm gonna use the meat from the burger and making a game day chili. So I'm putting some onion and some garlic in there, some of the tomato from the slider, a nice hot bowl of chili and sour cream. Nothing better than that. I've been cooking professionally for about 25 years. I grew up in New England and I moved down south, east, west, north. I think my travels have made me nimble and flexible. I think I can cook anything well.
Knowing that I could combine the two things that I love most, football and food, is a perfect fit for me. Looking at this basket, I had that idea to do a take on arancini, which is a rice ball, but make it with the pasta. Stuff it with the sliders and a tomato. I'm making Parmesan crusted arancini macaroni and cheese balls with sauteed spigarello and a light beer cream with a hint of mustard. The bun I'm putting in the food processor to make a coating for my mac and cheese. When you're doing something like Chopped, just like a football game, adrenaline's going. That's the best part of coaching and the best part of working in the restaurant business.
I'm adding a citrus sour cream because I think the citrus will add a nice brightness to the dish that it needs. Also, making poached eggs because I think the creamy yolk will be great with the chilies.
I start on my arancini macaroni and cheese balls. What I'm doing is making them almost like a pancake. I'm putting the ground beef mixture in the center of it. Then I'm rolling it in the fresh bread from Parmesan mixture, and then my mac and cheese balls are going in the deep fryer.
I'm gonna take this truffle mac and cheese and make a queso as part of a filling for a quesadilla. I puree it all together, heat that all up, thin it out with a little pale ale, and finish with grated cheddar cheese.
I put heavy cream in a pan, the truffle mac and cheese, to break it down and kind of make it more saucy.
And chefs, you got 1 minute to get it done.
Don't forget all four ingredients. All four ingredients have to be on each plate.
The clock haunts you like it's right here on your shoulder. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Now I'm taking the tortillas, I'm gonna lay them down on the grill to get some grill marks. The cheese sauce is going to melt into that ground beef and integrate all of those ingredients together.
All right, what if time runs out and you're not finished, chefs? Don't let it happen. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back.
As I'm looking at my dish, I'm thinking this is something a bunch of guys would eat while they're drinking beer watching the game.
I feel like I transformed my products much more than anybody else did. I feel like my flavors are right on, and I feel really good at this point.
Chefs, you've arrived at the chopping block. We want to see your idea of game day appetizers using truffled mac and cheese, spigarello, pale ale, and sliders. Chef Pete, please tell us what you made.
I made for you today a Parmesan crusted arancini macaroni and cheese balls with sauteed spigarello and a light beer cream with a hint of mustard.
It doesn't look light.
It's football season, I'm not late.
Chef P, I gotta tell you, you literally, when you walked in, you remind me of one of my junior high coaches.
Make sure you say good things about the coach then.
Everything is delicious. I love what you did with the spigarello.
The way you handle the spigarello with the chili pepper and the olive oil and the little cheese, it's heavy food, but it's delicious food.
Thank you so much.
I agree with Jeffrey. I love the greens. But instead of deep frying these fritters, if you pan fried them, it'd be a lot less fat.
Right.
So aside from coaching, you have devoted your career to the culinary arts for a long time.
I started 15 years ago. I took over a culinary team. We won the state championships the past 10 years. We came in 13th in the nation last year.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It's great seeing kids that are in a position where you could make a difference.
All right, excellent.
Good job, Chef.
Thank you.
Chef Pete, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Chef Dean.
I was doing a little game day chili with a soft poached egg, truffled mac and spigarello crumble, and a little spicy citrus sour cream.
The transformation of the sauce and the mac and cheese with meat and what the egg yolk does to the broth is really something good. I'm not so sure about the orange juice. Sort of almost loses me there.
I think visually, I'm pretty impressed. But I have to agree, I don't think the orange juice worked well in here. It kind of gave it a sweetness that I don't think that this dish, needed.
I also agree with the orange juice. I don't think it's necessary. It's just not necessary.
I'm over 3 on the orange juice.
Otherwise, really good textures, really good flavor profiles. It's just that tremendous amount of fat from a couple of those croutons and the orange juice.
Do you like our theme?
I'm a football guy. I work Sundays all year round. Then during football season, take every Sunday off. So gotta watch the game.
Chef Dean, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Chef Dallas, what do we have here?
I made a beef and truffled mac and cheese with a pale ale, sauteed spigarello, and crunchy croutons.
What I love most about your dish is what you did with the spigarello. It's very fresh and bright, but the croutons, like when you eat them, you can just actually taste the oil inside of them. I wish you just would crisp them up in the pan instead of deep frying them.
I like the fact that you transformed the mac and cheese into a mac and cheese with meat. It was hearty and delicious. My complaint would be, I think I would have put a lot more spigarello in it, because it does cut the fat.
I agree the spigarello is great. I think the croutons aren't. It's kind of like an unfinished thought. This would be the starting point as opposed to the finish.
So when you do game day, what's the food like?
So I have a neighbor who tailgates every home game. So me and him just kind of hit the backyard and exchange recipes, and I mean sausage, lambs, I mean racks of ribs, whole pigs. This was a great opportunity just to cook on the fly and just let it all on the plate.
All right, Chef Dallas, thank you.
Thank you, judges.
Next up, Chef Carrie.
Well, I'm from New Mexico, and so when I saw hamburger in the slider, I immediately thought to go for a quesadilla.
The texture that the cheese sauce created with the meat inside that quesadilla is perfect.
I can appreciate the freshness of your salsa that you made here. It's very bright. And I just have to say, the grill marks that you got outside of that quesadilla kind of got me going a little bit.
I think if you griddled it, instead of grilled it, get that crust that we all love in a quesadilla. You know, that thing, it's just slightly almost burned. It's like a pizza, but not really. And what I was hoping more for, given where you're from, chipotle, jalapeno, you know, it needs more of everything, especially heat. This needs heat. I'm like, God, I'm just wanting it.
What is game day like for you?
I love game day, and I love to eat on game day. I've got a big group of girlfriends. We all get together and watch the game, so I just get to put my feet up and have a good time.
Chef's day off.
Yes.
All right, Chef Carrie, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, chefs.
Tell you what, if you were hosting a game day party, I would 100% be there for some quesadillas. Those are my favorite. Look great.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Is there room for two?
Absolutely. You guys can all come. Let's get together for the big game this year. What do you
I mean,
say?
come on, let's bring it
All
on.
right.
I'm there.
Game day
I'll
on
come
3.
back to
Any
New
chance
York.
I get.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
I feel like I did a great job with keeping the basket ingredients simple, but you know, the crouton, I'm worried about that crouton. Is that enough to send me home?
I really didn't showcase the peppers. I didn't bring as much heat to it as I typically do in my cooking every day. So that's a critical error I hope that they're willing to overlook.
Whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Dallas, you've been chopped. Judges?
Dallas, the flavor combinations that you put together in this dish were very comforting, and the spigarello was cooked perfectly. However, your croutons were a huge miss for us. We felt that the dish as a whole wasn't a cohesive dish in comparison to your other competitors, and so we had to chop you.
I appreciate being here for this experience.
Thank you, Chef.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Wish you the best.
Even though I got chopped, I'm feeling awesome. You know, this is an amazing experience. It's just the first chapter. Next time, I'm heading straight for the end zone for the touchdown.
Chef Ed, Chef Corey, who is going to walk away the winner?
Are you ready to dance with the devil? Let's do the damn thing.
First things first, what is in these baskets? Open them up.
What is that?
Check it out. It's the attack of the giant s'more.
I look at this giant s'mores and I think, oh my God, my daughters want me to bring this thing home.
You've also got double smoked bacon.
2 things I like, smoke and bacon. Can't go wrong.
Grapes. And a barbecue cocktail.
Sweet, it's a little spicy. It's got the oak notes from whiskey or bourbon. I think I'm gonna be able to play with this.
One more half hour on the clock. Time starts now.
This is the dessert round. They do not have the oven. They do not have a fryer. So I think this is probably going to be the toughest of all the 3 rounds.
Agreed. I think the giant s'more is great.
Yeah, it's a big sugar cookie, and it has some graham cracker crumb inside of it. And then it's an entire chocolate bar, and then these huge toasted marshmallows inside.
That's Mo size. I can see myself.
That is Mo size.
I could be snacking on that on a campfire.
In the past, I have successfully made an amazing chocolate ganache. So I'm gonna make a white chocolate ganache tart with barbecue cocktail glaze and smoked grapes. The graham cracker from the s'more is gonna be the basis to my tart. I add cayenne and chili because I don't want it to be oversweet. Then I'm melting down the white chocolate, adding in the heavy cream to get a smooth consistency.
I grill desserts a lot, so I'm pretty confident I'm gonna be able to put a product up there that the judges will enjoy. When I see that graham cracker, I think I can make a cobbler. With the graham cracker as the crust. I'm making a grilled berry cobbler with a grilled candy bacon and grape reduction and a rum maple barbecue cocktail whipped cream. I take the graham cracker, blend it up with the melted butter. I take berries and I reduce them down with some sugar. Looking good this round, kids, looking good.
I need to get a grill element into this dessert. So I'm gonna smoke these grapes with apple and cherry wood.
Never seen anybody grill grapes before?
You know, grilling grapes, that's one way of kind of intensifying the sugars, get them to get burst. It will intensify the flavors if you do it right.
This dish is gonna be really sweet. I really need to bring in some salt and some fat and some heat. So do a candy bacon as a garnish with a barbecue cocktail glaze. I pour the ganache liquid into the molds over the graham cracker crumb and plop in the smoked grapes. Realistically, these tarts should sit overnight, but this blast chiller is set to -5 degrees with a convection fan. I'm hoping that all this is enough juice to get that ganache to sit.
Behind. 10 minutes to go, chefs.
So we got double smoked bacon. It's smoked twice to intensify the smokiness.
To make the grape and bacon side dish, I'm gonna add caramelized bacon. In a saucepan, I add the grapes, some balsamic vinegar, and a little brown sugar. Yeah. Some of the barbecue cocktail. It's a little tart, and the cobbler that I'm making is really sweet, so I'm hopeful it adds a balance to the dessert. Then I grab the puff pastry. This is a risky move because typically cobblers will be made in the oven.
Ed has created an oven by putting his cobblers down and putting a sheet pan on top. Do we allow that?
Of course we allow that.
That's ingenious.
Kudos to creativity, yep.
5 minutes on the clock, chefs.
I can feel the clock ticking against the back of my neck. It's really stressful. I go into the blast chiller, and it's looking like the tarts have at least started to set on the outside.
Oh my God, so Corey's white chocolate tarts, I am worried if they are set enough for him to pull it out.
Exactly.
The ganache is just falling out of the molds. This white chocolate ganache is the core of my dessert. Without it, I have nothing but garnish.
Give it time, give it time.
Behind. I'm gonna throw it back in the blast chiller. I've got 10 grand riding on this blast chiller.
Behind. Well, happy grilling?
Happy grilling.
Happy grilling.
Whoa.
Is it really strong?
It is like drinking barbecue sauce.
There is some bourbon in it, some honey liqueur, some Hefeweizen, and orange juice.
That says incorporate that in a sauce.
I reduced the barbecue cocktail with some superfine sugar, charred orange, and maple syrup. Then I julienne the bacon pieces and then fold that in to make a bacon candy glaze, adding some chili powder and cayenne to really amp up the kick on this glaze as well.
I'm also going to put the barbecue cocktail in my whipped cream. Add some heavy cream, add some confectionery sugar, and let it rip. Check on the puff pastry, and it's not looking good.
That puff pastry looks really bad. That's raw.
Oh, there he goes with the torch.
All right, chefs, calling the 2-minute warning.
Once again, I'm trying to pull the molds off these tarts, and it's just spilling out. At this point, I'm just gonna call it a ganache fondue. Then I look over at Ed, and he's torching raw puff pastry. Feel a little better.
30 seconds, chefs.
There's no time left. Come on.
Spoon it out.
Let's do this.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back.
Looking at my dessert, everything looks good except that puff pastry. I'd take a peek over at Corey's. His dish looks like a Picasso. Can't really tell if it's really creative or it's just a hot mess.
Chef Ed and Chef Corey, for the final round, we asked you to grill up desserts using a giant s'more, grapes, double smoked bacon, and a barbecue cocktail. Chef Ed, what do we have?
For you, I made a grilled berry cobbler, grilled candy bacon with a grape reduction, and also a maple rum barbecue cocktail whipped cream.
I love the crust with the butter, the graham cracker. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
I agree. But I wish you had just removed this puff pastry because this is completely raw. However, you use the barbecue cocktail in this?
It's in there, yes, ma'am.
To put it in the whipped cream, I think this combination is amazing.
Thank you.
That whipped cream is really, really tasty.
Thank you.
But I agree, I have to battle through some raw dough here, so it's hard to overlook this.
Understand.
Chef Ed, thank you.
Thank you.
Finally, Chef Corey.
Today I have for you a cookies and cream ganache fondue.
The bacon, that's with maple and there are some chilies in it.
It's maple, cayenne, chili powder, barbecue cocktail, and sugar.
That's delicious. Just the balance of the sweetness with a little bit of the saltiness from the double smoked bacon.
Thank you, Chef.
The crust is really good. That's so tasty. And I like the way you're trying to sell this as a fondue tart. But the ganache, it's so sticky sweet.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of sweet, and you need a little balance. Even at the end, if you could have sprinkled a little flake salt, it would have went down a little better.
Yes, sir.
Chef Corey, thank you.
Thank you.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Corey, you've been chopped. And that means, Chef Ed Randolph, you are the chopped champion. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yay!